Hey guys, it's Zolva here, and the Halloween 2021 event has arrived, and with it came some really awesome limited edition spooky event creatures, so hurry up and collect them whilst you still can. This video will tell you everything you need to know about the Undoli, which is a very powerful new glass cannon creature. This video will cover the multiple ways to obtain this creature, give you a quick showcase, analyse the statistics, explain the special abilities, and of course give you a very detailed PvP guide. But first, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Zolva. You can support me by leaving a like on this video, and maybe even by subscribing, but only if you want to. These videos do take a lot of time to make, so your support is massively appreciated. Now without any further ado, sit back and get comfy, and let's get into the guide. The Undoli is a tier 3 land creature. The species is available in the Halloween store for 500 wisps, which is a brand new currency available during the 2021 Halloween event. To obtain the wisp currency, you must find various trick-or-treat bags scattered around the map. These trick-or-treat bags will either give you the wisps, or make you fight some spooky lost souls to obtain them first. When tricked, you can obtain wisps by defeating the lost souls that spawn. However, when treated, you do not have to fight and you get the wisps directly. Or alternatively, you can purchase wisps with Robux if you don't have the time to grind. Keep grinding for these trick-or-treat bags until you have collected 500 wisps. Then you can go ahead and purchase your very own limited edition Undoli species. Alternatively, a stored Undoli is available in the Shoom shop for 1,125 Shooms. Or you can buy a cheaper stored from someone in the trade realm, or get nested by someone in-game. Bear in mind though that stored creatures are not a species, and so if they die, unless you have a revive token, they will be dead forever. When customising the Undoli, you have a colour palette of greys, blacks, sickly greens and reds to work with. Female Undolis also have extra pins in their chest, whereas males do not. Okay, so where do I begin? It's honestly one of my favourite creatures in the game at the moment, as the design, animations and gameplay are all so perfect, and I'm a sucker for glass cannon playstyles. The Undoli is not a voodoo doll, but a spirit inhabiting the form of a haunted doll. It looks like a demonic creature is bursting out of the body of a doll, with a menacing snout emerging out of the doll's mouth, and other limbs popping out of the ripped seams. Across its body, it has multiple stitches and pins piercing the creature. I absolutely adore this design, it just looks so unique and the overall concept works really well, and I think this is definitely my favourite Halloween event creature of the lot. The animations are very nicely done. I really love how jittery it looks in its animations. It moves like an unstable canine creature and looks lean and mean. The in-game description reads, Ufethi Undoli are enigmatic creatures with mysterious origins. Some believe that they are demons which wear the skin of other creatures, disguising themselves as others to prey on their victims. They prowl near other creatures, waiting for the right moment to attack and consume their victims, feeding their uncontrollable and constant urge to devour mortal beings. Spooky. For a tier 3 creature, this is a menace to society. It has 2000 health, 400 damage, a stamina pool of 150, has a bleed resistance of 60% and deals 1 bleed and 2 toxin per bite. The Undoli is a carnivore and only takes 26 minutes to fully grow. It does however only have 1500 weight, which is one big weakness of this creature. It is also very fast and very evasive. With statistics like this, the Undoli is a very effective and powerful glass cannon. This creature can deal a whole lot of damage but has very little health, meaning you are easy to kill if you do not fight effectively. The Undoli also has 2 abilities, which are Fear and Night Stalker. Fear is an ability that decreases your opponent's attack damage by 50%, increases movement speed by 50%, and causes tunnel vision for targets. It lasts for 60 seconds and is a perfect ability to use when escaping danger, or when you need the advantage in combat. This is not a passive ability, and you can use it by pressing Q on your keyboard. Night Stalker is a passive ability, meaning you do not need to manually activate it, it just happens automatically. This ability gives you vibrant coloured vision during the night and makes the night vision of other people around you significantly worse. As I mentioned before, the Undoli is a very powerful glass cannon, but in order to use it effectively, you need to be strategic during PvP. Here is my signature PvP guide to help you both fight as and against an Undoli. Since the Undoli is a glass cannon, you do not have a lot of health at all. You need to minimise getting hit as much as possible. Do this by taking advantage of how evasive you are. Circle your opponent, dodge their attacks, and always stay on the go. Make passing by attacks as you run and ensure you do not get predictable. Change when you attack your opponent so they do not recognise a pattern and catch you when you go closer to bite them. Obviously though, just use your common sense. If a creature's a baby or smaller than you, you probably don't need to do all of these strategies. But if a creature is bigger than you, like this Larichu here and this Hikoshi, definitely err on the side of caution. Since you have very little health, I recommend attacking the rear end of your target as much as you can to avoid as many of their attacks as possible. The Undoli inflicts bleed and poison debuffs, which can stack up very quickly on opponents. This gives the Undoli a huge advantage and makes it harder for your opponent to escape. And speaking of escaping, since the Undoli is fast and evasive, you can escape combat easily by pressing your Q ability and bolting it in the opposite direction. You can also use your Q ability to give you an advantage when in combat, as it causes your opponent's damage output to be halved for a very short amount of time. Use this every time you fight to give you the upper hand for a short amount of time. I also recommend that you fight at night time, which makes it harder for your opponent to see thanks to your night vision and the tunnel vision caused when you press Q. However, the Undoli does glow in the dark, so it wouldn't make too much of a difference. Lastly, be aware that you can get smited by pretty much every large creature if you're not careful. The Undoli is very easy to kill and has very little weight, so unless a player knows how to use a glass cannon effectively, you can counter the Undoli very easily. Remember, it is still a tier 3. Hopefully this PvP guide helped you, so please leave a like if it did. So, what do you think of the Undoli? Do you like it? Do you have it yet? Please leave a comment down below with your thoughts on this haunting Halloween creature. Also, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you have found this video useful, it helps me out a lot. Well, I think that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, stay safe, but most importantly, stay funky.